Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to this space on this sunny day. If you're new here, my name is Nav. I make videos about living in your highest alignment, being your happiest self, most fulfilled self, most peaceful self, most content self. Yeah, that's the space. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you want to click subscribe so that you are notified when the next video comes out, then you can do that by clicking the subscribe button. I'm very happy because today is a sunny day and I love when the sun shines. I am a new woman when the sun shines. Okay, today I want to talk about manifesting. You know, if you're not new here, I love to talk about manifesting because this shit works. This shit really works. But recently in my own life, I noticed something insanely incredible. And in one of my videos, I talk about this thing that came into my life that I asked for, which I had absolutely no control over. And I very briefly touch on the fact that I'm like, I don't even think this was a manifestation. I feel like it was magic. So the topic today is, yes, manifestation, but I'm coming from a different angle than I have before, because in these past few weeks I have realized a lot about my purpose and essentially the purpose of everyone on planet Earth, what we're here for. So I've always felt this from a young age, that we are all one unified consciousness, and we are all experiencing different things in different ways because that's our journey. But with this manifestation that came through for me, I realized that the reason why this gossamus, I don't even know if gossamus is a word, but huge thing that happened, that came into my life, the only thing that made it different from any other thing that I usually manifest and in the way that I manifest, is that I put out into the universe, I said, please help me do this thing so long as it is part of my higher purpose, so long as it is going to help me help people. And there you go. So this might be really difficult for some of you if you're like, but me, I need these things for me. If I'm putting myself out there for other people, then I don't get to receive anything. So working in this way is so different than, it's different than the small scale dedicating, like, no, not small scale. Some people dedicate their lives to other people because they think that's what they need to do. But you do not have to sacrifice yourself in order to be in service for other people. That is the mistake so many of us make. You do not need to sacrifice yourself. We are all here to help one another. So when I asked for this thing, I was coming from a place of, for the highest good of all of humanity and planet Earth. When you start moving in a way in your life that you say, look, I want this thing, I want this expensive car, I want this amount of money, I want this house, I want this friendship, I want this partner. Firstly, you need to ask yourself, do I want this because it is in my highest alignment? Is this going to be actually the best thing for me? Or is it something that my ego wants? Ego is fine. Ego is trying to protect you. Like, let's not shun the ego completely. But are these things necessary for you to live your most fulfilling life? It's a hard question to ask yourself, because you're like, actually, no, this thing that I want, it's not in my highest alignment, but I really, really want it. I really, really want it. And sometimes you manage to manifest those things, and you notice down the line, actually, maybe I shouldn't have put my energy into that because it really wasn't meant for me. So just wait a moment before you try and manifest something. Ask, if this is in my highest alignment and for the good of all beings, then bring that to me. Because when you're living in that place, you will be in a place of peace and contentment. Even when challenges arise, it's not going to be super easy. We still, as I always say, have lessons to learn. But would you not rather move from the place of I am on my path, I am living in alignment with myself, rather than, oh, I really want this thing, but it's gonna like pull me away from like my purpose here, but I really want it. Try it a couple of times if you want to. I have, but that was when I didn't realize where I was manifesting from. But here it is. Your intuition knows. Your intuition knows so much when something is right or wrong for you, but so many of us struggle to distinguish what's our intuition and what's our mind. In one of my previous videos, I briefly talk about how to move out of your mind and into your body by using this thing called the mind to body connection. So I'll link it here so you can check that out. So listen to your body like we seriously, our highest selves, we are in here. The universe, source energy is in here, in us. No one is extra special. These ideas that I talk about, these practices that I talk about, everyone has access to these. Everyone is able to do these. Everyone has the capacity for it, but it's whether we allow ourselves to or not. So going back to manifesting for the highest good of all, we don't need to sacrifice ourselves in order to live in service. Because if we're truly living in our highest alignment, which is in service, everything is service. We are always doing whatever job you can think of, whatever career you can think of, whoever you are inspired by, everything is in service. So when people frown upon service jobs, even myself in the past, I don't want to work in customer service, but everything is in service. Whether you're a clothing designer, whether you're a car manufacturer, whether you're Elon Musk, whether you're Sadhguru, whether you're the guy who owns a crystal shop down the road, whether you're working at Tesco's, whether you're a gardener, whether you're making instruments, whether you're making music, whether you're a YouTuber, everything that you can think of possibly is in service. We wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing if it wasn't going to benefit someone else in some way. So don't frown upon a life of living in service, because that is literally what we are here to do. We are here to serve one another. We are here to help one another consistently to live in our highest alignments. We are helping each other by whatever creations we make, by whatever information we put out there, by whatever music we share. We are helping someone live in their highest alignment. We are helping someone get to know themselves a little bit more. We are helping someone have the means to do the things that they want to do. So this might have shifted your entire reality and everything that you're trying to manifest in your life. And I hope for the better for you, because I know that now that you kind of know this information, when you manifest things from a place of, I want, this is going to benefit me. If you get it, you'll be like, oh, it's like these people that, manifest $1 million or manifest fame or manifest whatever. They want for themselves because they're like, I will be this amazing person after. And then they find that they're still depressed and they don't feel fulfilled, and it's because they've manifested, they've created, they've reached for something that, yes, is going to benefit them in one way as an individual, but because it's not in service of all, it's not in the highest alignment of all, then it's not in your highest alignment, so you will feel unfulfilled. Try it, test it out. That's all I suggest when you watch these videos of mine, is that you just test and try and see if it works for you. Obviously my hope is that it does, because they have worked, these things have worked for me, and it's very exciting. But if you want to manifest something crazy, come try it from a place of selfishness, or try it from a place of selflessness. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm forever manifesting money into my life, and that can be seen as selfish. However, why am I manifesting this money into my life? Yes, of course, so my immediate survival needs are met. 100%. We need to do that. I am not saying don't do that. Please do. Because those things, when your survival needs are met, then you can really work towards living in your highest alignment. I was listening to a podcast where they are talking about, well, the whole podcast really is about living in your highest alignment. I always talk about this podcast, by the way, Haru's Highest Self podcast. And in this conversation, they say, this is such a place of amazing privilege that we can have conversations about how can we live in our highest alignment. And that's because our basic survival needs are met. That is incredible. That is a blessing. So manifest for that. Manifest for your basic survival needs to be met in order for you to then be living in your highest alignment, which is in turn living in the highest alignment amongst everyone else who is living in the highest alignment, bringing everyone up. You see? I hope that made sense. Thank you for listening to me so passionately talk about these things. I really appreciate your energy, and try it, because at the end of the day, we can't exist if we're not existing with others. I do say the most important relationship is the one you have with yourself. First and foremost, sort that out, and then comes your relationship with planet Earth and other beings. You feel me? So I hope this video helped you in some way. If I said that already, I'm sorry. Either I'll cut this out or I'll keep this here. I don't know yet. I hope to see you guys in the next video next week. The sun is shining. I feel good. I know I didn't sound good when I was singing that, but the point is that it was my soul coming through.